Okay, Sarah, this is Coach Scott, Hartwick College Swim Camp. This is week 2, and this is your above water stroke review. Okay, pretty good distance off the breakout here. You're well out past the flags. The one thing to take a look at here is the fact that you took a breath right off the breakout. Like to see you go at least 2 to 3 strokes before you take that first breath. That's going to allow you to really maximize the power and speed that you get off the wall and come up with the water swimming, not creating any form drag. So as you come through, we'll see your arms set around. That's really nice, and we'll see at normal speed. And we'll take you through one stroke slow motion. Do a nice job right there. Your hands are getting around. They're getting into the water. The only thing I see here, and it's slight, but it does make a difference. Your elbows are going into the water first prior to your hands, which means that you might be pushing down with your T-press just in your chest just a little bit too much. Want to make sure that we want to stay pretty shallow to the water or low in the water. We don't want a big, aggressive up and down motion, and that's going to be dictated by how hard you press down, and there's going to be some form drag in there. So as you go through, you can see how high your hips are coming up, and more importantly here, how much of your leg is actually coming up, and that's from pushing down. Whenever you push down here, something's going to come up here, and that's obviously your legs. Just want to press that chin forward, get a good strong breath, and then have that head go back to the neutral position. Okay, good breakout here. Come up swimming. Head's back just a little bit. You can see your eyes kind of looking this way. Like to have that head back, nose up at the ceiling so that your body can be a hole right at the surface and you won't create any form drag. Hands are entering very nicely in line with your shoulders. So far your backstroke looks very nice. We'll take a look at it underwater. Okay, now into the breaststroke. Okay, right here, I want you to just take a look at what's happening right here. So as your hands come through here, you can see that they break the surface. That's going to cause surface drag. It's going to cause drag that you don't really need. If those hands just skim right through the recovery, right under the surface, it's still going to allow you to T-press back to initiate the stroke and then T-press forward to get back in line and stretch that distance per cycle out very aggressively. So I think you can get more distance off each cycle here, and that's just going to mean that you need to really be aggressive with your recovery, throw those hands forward, and finish the kick aggressively. Okay, took a little breath there. Want to go at least 2 to 3 strokes before you take that breath. We're going to kind of focus in here on your hand entry positions here. You can see that the right hand is entering right in line with your head, and then the left hand is entering thumb down in line with your head. Hands have to enter fingertips first. If you enter thumb down, you're going to create a lot of pain and discomfort and problems for your shoulders. Fingertips first. You need a really nice high elbow recovery that's going to lead into a high elbow entry, a high elbow roll, and a high elbow catch, engaging the water. The other thing to remember too is that if your hands are entering in line with your head, that's going to be trouble for your distance per stroke, because you can't roll your body and increase your distance per stroke if those hands are entering in line with your head. Some heads up freestyle or Tarzan drill will really allow you to see those hands and make those corrections. I put some fins on while you're doing that. That'll help out your kick. Keep your chin right on the surface of that heads up freestyle and watch those hands go in. Breathe in every stroke here. I'd like to see it breathe every 3, gives balance to the stroke and doesn't put a lot of pressure on one particular shoulder. Sarah, you really have a lot of skill in all 4 strokes. There's just some bad habits and things that you need to correct, and we've seen those on the above water. Now we're going to take a look at what's going on underwater.